Huh? Oh, didn't see you there. Sorry, I was just wandering around the kitchen because I was wondering who the fuck has been cooking at Mojang. My god. I know this video is going to come out way later than this was announced, but Mojang just released a snapshot and they are cooking, okay? You heard about the mace, right? It's not just about this mace that's a really cool weapon that basically you put a guy there. Sorry, Minty Cow. Boom, and you just destroy them with it. It's not just about the beautiful mace, right? That negates all fall damage. It's about... First, that's cool. Actually, real quick, I want to check. Ooh, Arrow of Oozing. That's epic. Okay. I'm going to just quickly try to get through some of this stuff. Density. Density 5? So that's like a sharpness for this one. Can we put mending on this? I really want to check. Unbreaking. Can we put unbreaking on this? Because this does have durability. Wind burst 3. Put those away. Wind burst 3, and then there's one more. It's called breach. I don't know what can be put on everything, but let's try this out. Okay. First of all, oh, thank God. I was very worried. Okay, density 5. Can we put wind burst? We can put wind burst. Can we put breach? You can put all of them on there. Okay. So what density does? Density actually makes it so when you do damage based on how far you fall, right? That's so sick. Okay. So first we got overkill because of density, but so this mace does more damage when you fall, right? And everybody probably knows this by now, and I'm gonna be over explaining it. So boom, you fall down, you hit someone, the further you fall, the more damage you do. Density increases that amount of how much you do from falling. Breach does additional damage based on the armor, so it can basically breach through someone's armor. And then what you saw there was wind charge, which I do want to check something out. Okay. So wind charge, if we go down and we, boom, we hit that, we get wind, oh, we wind charge them up. Can I, actually... Can I do this from the... Oh, that's so sick! That's so sick. I'm just wondering if you can combo people. Like, could you be falling from really far up and go bop, and then bop? Oh, you could totally do that! That's so clean! This is good. This is my favorite weapon of all time. I'm not a huge fan of the design for it. I might make my own custom texture for that, but that's okay, because that's the whole point of Minecraft, is you can add a little custom texture stuff. So this thing is like near flawless for me. This is absolutely flawless. Another thing, if we get the cartography table and a villager, we put him up there, becomes a cartographer. I accidentally spawned a baby. Let's get some emeralds up in this. Alright. I gotta get a lot of emeralds. So if we have a cartographer, this is going to be very helpful for me. I talked about this, I believe, a little bit the other day. So now he gets the Ocean Explorer map. Let's get some... What are you? Glass panes? Glass panes. Let's get some of you. Glass panes. Glass panes. Okay. Trial Chamber Explorer map, basically. So we need a compass. Trial map. And so this map, much like the Woodland Mansion maps, etc. and so forth, will show you a trial chamber. This is massive for me. So it wants me to head north. We're going to head that way. So this is massive for me because I really badly want to find a trial chamber, and finding a trial chamber was going to maybe be like very difficult, near impossible potentially, if we didn't have some sort of map, and we'd end up probably exploring a lot of my world, which my world is already like 7 gigabytes. So, also look, do you guys like this? When you exit this, it like kind of blurs this. I think you can change it in the options. I like it, but also it kind of makes this silly. You can't really read it if you're pausing it. But okay. So we're right above the trial chamber. And if we dig down... Oh, I hear deep slate. Ah, there it is. I was going to say, are we going to end up running into stuff? Is this an ominous... Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, this is just a vault. Whoa. Wait, no, that's definitely... Is that an ominous vault? Because that's a vault. Unless I'm looking at it the wrong side. Ominous trial key. Okay, if I do that on this... This is the main thing. Enchanted golden apple, some diamonds, and... Okay. This is the one thing that I was excited for, and I kind of knew what it was going to be like, but I wanted to see. Yeah, you can only use the ominous trial key once on an ominous vault. Kind of lame, honestly, in my opinion. I understand their concept for it. I totally get why they do that, but it just doesn't make sense to me. And I've accepted it. It's whatever. But it doesn't make sense to me as the trial chambers can be used many a times. You can use the trial chamber spawners as many times as you want. But this thing, can only use these once, unfortunately. It's like, why? It's like, I get that you want everybody to come into this trial chamber and get some pretty cool, unique loot. But it would have been cool if we could have just redone it over and over again. And I understand some people don't like the idea of, infinite, like, diamonds and stuff. Totally get that. Just my opinion. I think it's a little silly. Now, look at these new, are they called... What are they called? They're called ominous bottles. So we have one of Bad Omen. We have one of Bad Omen 2. Bad Omen 3. Bad Omen 4. And Bad Omen 5. So these apparently are the way you're going to get Bad Omen now. And I think I'm going to need some netherite armor to test this out. Sorry, I want to put that back. Netherite armor to test this out. This episode of WonderCraft is going to be a little bit weird, folks. Okay, because, so rather than these, so if I, is this number, I want to do number 5 just to see. Let's get a netherite sword. Do I still have my mace? Of course not. Mace. Let's get my mace. Anvil. Let's reset this. But, the Bad Omen is no longer going to be from pillagers, which is interesting. As far as I'm aware, you don't get them from pillagers anymore. And they will make the trial chambers actually a lot harder. Which I want to test that out, see how crazy they are. Because that could be really fun. Especially if we're trying to make like a roguelike thing. We could have it so you could buy, you know, the Bad Omen bottles if you can make them. I don't know if you can craft them. Let's get mending on this. I'm so happy. I saw people were saying, oh, you can't enchant maces, and I was like, oh, when it first came out. And then, and then I was so scared about that. I was like, oh no. Okay. So that makes it an ominous one. And they spawn... Oh, they got diamond gear on it! Oh, that's so sick. Look at this. Okay, we gotta back up, though. These guys are doing quite a bit of damage, and I didn't give myself any food. So they got diamond armor. Let me give myself some steaks. Hey, just wait. I'm gonna be in survival in a second. Just wait. Oh! Also, yeah, that was a god apple. I think that's actually the first time I've ever used a god apple. So if you run through here... So those guys just... They're basically the same creatures, just better... Whew, just better variants. Okay, is that only... Is that you always get boosted every time you hit? Interesting. Nice. We got a blaze... not a blaze rod, a breeze rod. This is gonna be so fun. And with... Ooh, there's potions coming out. Okay, let's... I do want to try and kill one of these spawners just to see what we'll get. Where'd he go? Nice, we got that. Okay, golden carrot. Really? A singular golden carrot? Okay. Okay, now that they're trapped down here, I don't know what I can do. Get back to where I was going, maybe, if we... No, I can't do it. Let's just use the stairs. A singular gold carrot is kind of depressing, to be honest, as a reward for beating the highest level trial spawner thing. But also, it is to be expected, I think. At this point, I am not expecting them to have any good items, like, at all. Oh. I'm bad at switching. And also, the highest level, still not terrible for, like, endgame, which I think is very, very good. I think making it, like, absolutely horrifically difficult would be really, really bad. What is this gonna give me? Wind charged. Okay, so those wind charged, see, that's where the new stuff comes into play. So this gets thrown out in the ominous trials, where you'll get the new... There's oozed, which spawns 2 slimes. There's wind charged, which will make when a mob dies, they'll spawn like a wind explosion, like the breeze do. There's infestation, which will summon... What are they called? Silverfish. On hit. And I think there's one more. I wrote these down. Infestation, oozed. Oh, what is the last one? I'm losing it. I'm losing my bond. Oh, yeah, the one that lets you walk through webs, which is a little bit, like, kind of not that crazy, but it is interesting. But I will say very disappointed. I have been disappointed since, like, day one on the loot you get from these, but I'm on the, supposedly, the, like, highest tier, unless it doesn't matter no matter what you're on, and that only matters for raids, maybe? Because it does just say, trial omen, so maybe the level of raid isn't, like, it doesn't have a purpose, right? Like, maybe it's just always the same. I don't know, I'm still learning about this, but, it's kind of disappointing to see the loot is just so not worthwhile. I think maybe the loot will be from what these guys drop rather than the actual trial spawners. I was always prepared for the trial spawners to be completely terrible. You know, I did not expect the trial spawners to be good at all for loot. Like I said, I've been expecting that. So, 2 baked potatoes, really, really disappointing, especially because when the trailer announced this, you were getting, like, diamonds and emeralds, and I fully get that they don't want to make, you know, things too easy to get, you know? They don't want you to just come into a trial chamber and have, like, full diamond armor. It'd be just nice if there was a little bit better chance to get better items and it's not, like, completely useless. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit. But no, I don't actually care at the end of the day of the quality of loot, because I've already sort of done my best to mitigate that in my own ideas for my roguelike game that I want to make in the trial chamber. Basically, the way that I want to do this is, like, we'll find areas like this, like these have 3 spawners. I'm going to clear out this whole room and redesign it into a different room. And yeah, we're just going to run through the areas and see how it goes, basically. So the loot for me doesn't matter. It's more about the experience. Something I do want to check, though, is what is it called? Copper bulb? Copper bulb. Stop calling my house. Ugh. Try not to knock over my soda while I mute this. Okay. So this one right now is active, right? So can I do this? I don't even know how observers work with this. Okay. And then let me go through, because I assume you guys are connected to this one. I love the new skeleton mob, by the way. Nice! So, theoretically, we'll have to see it when this changes back. But theoretically, this is my idea, is I have an observer under each trial spawner to say, hey, we got and we have a bulb, because we can just have that be on and off switch, basically. And then, I believe we use a comparator. This is what I was talking about a little bit earlier, which is actually really funny that I started talking about this during the episode, and then immediately they drop a really cool thing. But yeah, and then we'd have this go out, and we'd obviously cover this up so we wouldn't see it. And then wherever it reaches, it would go to like a redstone lamp on the outside, right? So we'd have like this go to the outside and say we're on the outside, right? This is all hidden, obviously, from us, and this is like a wall, and then we have a sign that says, like, you know, area A. And then we go, oh, area A has been reset, because that we would preferably have this where when it's active, it's on, rather than when it's unactive. So we just basically, we'd basically just go like this. It's not active right now, and then when it comes back online, it would activate the observer to activate that. I don't know if that's how that works. I might actually sit here for 30 minutes and wait for it to turn back on, just to see. I don't know if we need an observer, or if we could just get it with a comparator. But the comparator might be a little bit harder to hide. The comparator doesn't show a pulse with that. Does it show a pulse with this? No. Yeah, it's interesting. But this is basically the idea, and I'm really, really excited. I think the mace is going to be my favorite thing. I'm pretty sure the mace you have to get through trial spawners rather than not trial spawners, trial vaults, rather than anything else. So you would get like all these trial vaults, and you get some trial keys from doing the trial chambers a bunch, and then you would open these up, and you would hope there's tridents in here. Oh, okay, I get why you don't want us to spam these, but also we could have trident farms this way. See, the trial vaults, I wish they would like almost like tone down the trial vaults and then upgrade the trial spawners. Oh, that's so crazy. See, I also just want this to be my gambling addiction. Like, I'd love this. I'm wondering if... I don't know if there's a crafting recipe for the ominous potion, which I really hope there is. I don't know. They don't tell us how to craft stuff, no. I would have to maybe look that up and see, but this might be the only way we get those, and that would also be lame. But also, it's fine. Like, at the end of the day, it's whatever. I'm gonna... But I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, play around with gambling, I think, and then, maybe we'll come back when that turns back on, and I'll talk to you about it. Okay. I've still been waiting for this to reset. It seems like it's taken a very long time to reset. I don't know if it has reset. I don't think it has. But I'm just waiting for it. And also, I opened up 120 of these. Got a lot of different... This is kind of the different loot you can get in it. You can get the ominous bottles from this stuff. Ominous bottles can be stacked as well. And you can also get ominous bottles from the raid captains, I've learned. the one thing that I wish the game would allow me to do is to actually check out these and test these, because I want to know what their loot is. Because apparently, my first one that I opened that I got the trident from, that's actually, I think, one of the rarest ones you can get, and it replaces the heavy core, which is the thing that makes this beautiful mace right here, and you need to get the heavy core from the ominous trial vaults, which I would love to be able to see where they, like, I would love to see how often that is. Just test it out, but maybe we have to find another one. I also don't know how many are in one area, but I also wanted to check because a lot of new enchantments that have been added to Minecraft, mending, swift sneak, you can't enchant them onto something from the enchantment table. You have to find a book with it. And so I was like, oh, this is going to suck because I bet this mace is going to have a lot of enchantments you can't do anything with, and I just want to check it out. But you can get density from here if I do. So I got density 4. Let's see if density is the only one that you can get. Density. You can also get fire aspect. You can get smite and bane of arthropods on it as well as stuff. And there's also curse of vanishing you can get on the mace. So I'm thinking maybe density is the only one you can get, and then breach. Oh, windburst. Okay, let's go. Okay, windburst. Windburst density, nice. Maybe breach is the only one that you have to get. Maybe you have to get breach from a book. No, you can get all the enchantments for a mace from the enchantment table. I'm incredibly shocked and impressed and happy about that. Thank you so much, Mojang. Okay, now before we end off, because I think this actually might be the end of WonderCraft. We've been doing this for a while. I kind of want to just explore. There's or is there potion effect? Give me Minecraft's night vision infinite. All right, let's just explore the trial chamber areas a little bit to see if we can find any more ominous. Oh my god, stop calling my fucking house. And people wonder why I take the phone off the charger and keep it dead. The reason you've never heard, if you're watching my channel and you've never heard my phone ring, it's because it's been dead for like a year because I took it off the charger, but my family keeps putting it back on. And this isn't, before anybody gets angry at me, it's literally just my phone, not theirs. Okay, so there's another ominous one here. Okay, let's test this out. I want to see what the loot from this, like how hard it is to get the heavy core. Golden apple. So that's 2, and we still haven't got the heavy core, because I'm thinking the heavy core is going to be really difficult to get, and I think I'm going to hate it, kind of. I'm not looking forward to trying to get the mace. I'm going to be excited to get the mace. I imagine it's not going to be a very easily obtainable weapon. It's really strong, so it makes sense, but this is, I think, the 3rd one we've found so far. So, you know what? They're giving the trial spawners pretty easily. Ooh, they tantalized me for a second. They teased me there. They've given them pretty, they give the trial spawners, the extra trial spawners pretty, or trial vaults. They seem to be giving them pretty sparingly, like pretty a pretty good amount, so maybe I can't complain too much. And the amount of enchanted gold apples that we're getting, oh, this one's popped off. The amount of enchanted golden apples we were getting are really good. So, can I complain? No. Ooh, this looks like the breeze. What the heck? Apparently the layout has changed as well. For the trial chambers, but I never really looked too in depth with it. My goal, and it's gonna be a pretty difficult goal, I guess, in my hardcore world, is I want to find like a massive one. Like I really want to find like a really big one that just has like a ton of spawners that I can really make my own. I think that might have been, so that was 3, I think. I think that's 3. That's the only thing that I'm not super excited about, is having to, because I'm gonna go to the first trial chamber, right? And then we're gonna go and it's like, oh, we have to do an ominous trial to get the ominous keys. Okay, we spent time getting the ominous keys. Now let's go open up the 3 ominous things that we got, like the ominous vaults. And then we don't get it, and then we have to go find a completely other one. Which, that is life. That's Minecraft. You don't always just get everything immediately. I wish it was a little bit more easy to try and get fun things. There's another one down here that we can get. Cold. Gave us an enchanted book. Punch 2. Yeah, I think, see, I don't really like the loot that you get from the trial chambers in general. As I've said, I've been very vocal about that. However, I will say that it is, I think it's the perfect, oh, hey, it did work. Nice. um, I think it is a perfect middle ground from like a dungeon, like a random, like a, like one of these, just a mine shaft, a dungeon sort of loot, and a like end city. Like this is, you're gonna get diamond armor from this, but it's not gonna be very often, opposed to an end city, which you're basically always gonna get diamond armor there, or something of that variety, or even like a a deep dark biome. This is sort of a middle ground area for loot, and I think it's really cool, and I think the concept of it is very cool. So like really at the end of the day, no matter the loot, no matter what, I'm going to be very excited to use this. Ooh. I'm going to be very excited. This is like my 4th one that I found. 4th or 5th. Still haven't gotten the core. I think, oh, I really think the heavy core should be more common though. I really think that the heavy core should be more common. I can't imagine they're gonna change it, but oh boy, man, the loot in this is not good. Like, if the mace is the most interesting thing you can get from here, and it's not very easy to get, it doesn't have to be like super easy. It just can't be like annoying. I think if it's the only thing that you want from the trial chambers, then like maybe they should make it more common. My opinion, but like I feel like getting a trident from a drowned is more common than that, because you can get like looting and stuff. So maybe that's just me, but I think we might end off the episode of WonderCraft here. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I'm invisible. And I'm just gonna like explore this area, look for another trial chamber. I love the way these caves generate now. I very rarely ever go into spectator mode on another world, but nonetheless, I'm super excited to get the trial chambers going. I really hope that that getting the trial chambers in a good spot is gonna be easy for me, because I want a really cool area to build. And then I really hope that we get, oh, that's cool. I really hope that we get have a fun time making the trial chambers. And I mean, the way that trial spawner went on cooldown for so long was really nice, because I'm gonna want to build stuff in the trial chamber. So if it's if they keep coming up every like 30 minutes, and I'm working on like a 5-hour build, it might be a little annoying, but I think it will still be fun nonetheless. I think all the new stuff that they added to this snapshot is incredible. Like, I think they are really cooking with this update. It's one of the most. Oh, let's go! So it took about 6. You know what? 6. I think 6 is actually pretty good. Like, I think it took 7. That's actually not bad. Obviously, it's not always gonna be every 7. You could get every single one in the trial. Give that. That's not a bad. At least I feel it's not terrible, but. I think everything they've done in this update has been cooking real well. I mean, like, you can always feel like they could do more, but like they're cooked in this. I think no matter what, there's always a little bit, like, I think nothing's ever perfect, but I feel like this is like closest to perfect for me when it comes to a Minecraft update. Ton of new blocks. Ton of replayability. That's something I'm always looking for in Minecraft. And handful of new mobs, new items, new weapon. New weapon is nuts. When was the last time we ever got a new weapon? Right? Nuts. So I'm very happy with this, and I'm super excited to actually get to play it in my world, and hopefully we don't die in it. That's also something I really like. Not super crazy. Not super, like, I'm probably gonna die if I do this, So Thank you guys for hanging out with me on this episode of WonderCraft, and I'll see you guys next time. Even though we didn't spend too much in WonderCraft, but see you guys next time. Bye. Matane. Bye-bye. Wait, stop. Before you guys click off the video, I want to try something. Okay. Please work. Oh! Oh, we're so back. Holy shit. Okay, one second. I just... Holy shit, wait. I just tested this out again. Okay, watch this. Okay. Now probably more than enough. We're still going on 1,400 blocks high. Oh my god, this is so good. Holy shit. I'm still falling. No way, bro. That's... Oh, I really hope they don't nerf that. I really hope they don't.